What's going on, guys? It is your boy Fade Lines back at it with another video. And in today's video, as you guys can tell, I got a beautiful Fenway Park behind me. Yes, because I got a green screen. I had a green screen for a while. I figured out how to set it up in my room, so we got it figured out. Today, we're going to talk about the offseason done for the Boston Red Sox due to the fact that pitchers and catchers report for spring training in a couple of days. And the Boston Red Sox have just made a trade with the Milwaukee Brewers as they acquired third baseman Caleb Durbin from the Milwaukee Brewers with a couple of prospects attached to that deal in exchange for Kyle Harrison, David Hamilton, and Shane Drohan. And I think Shane Drohan was a very good pitcher as well. I think this is a good move by the Boston Red Sox, though. We needed a third baseman, and obviously we've heard some rumors. Obviously, the rumors came out right before this trade actually happened. We heard a lot of rumors about the Red Sox almost making a deal for Ketel Marte, which would have included either one of Peyton Tolley or Connolly Early, as well as Franklin Arias, who is one of their top-rated shortstop prospects. And the Diamondbacks wanted Marcelo Meyer to headline a trade, and the Red Sox said no to that, which I think it's a good move because obviously at the time and still right now, like at the time that they were trying to make this deal, we had no idea that Alex Bregman was going to stay or leave. We know now that Alex Bregman is on the Chicago Cubs. We did not know that he wanted out of Boston. I think he wanted to stay in Boston, but Boston didn't want to offer that contract or the no trade clause. So that's why he's a member of the Chicago Cubs. And if that hurts, but honestly, at the time, the Red Sox didn't want to have a fallback. And then if Alex Bregman doesn't sign, then you're like, oh my God, you got to rush up Franklin Arias. So the Boston Red Sox go and get Caleb Durbin, who in his rookie season played very well. In 136 games, he had a 256 average, a 334 on base, and an OPS of 387, which is very good. A 9.9% K rate and a 105 WRC plus, which is 5 points above league average, and then a 2.6 F4, which is pretty good. He's also a pretty good defender over at the third base position with a 5 defensive runs saved. We're not going to talk about second base because he's probably not going to play second base. That's probably Marcelo Meyer's job, but I think the Boston Red Sox went out and got him, and it's the idea to be the opening day third baseman for the Boston Red Sox. This is a good move by the Red Sox as well because he does have team control, obviously, on that rookie contract, so he's got at least 5 to 6 years under team control. He's a young guy as well, under team control until 2031, so this is a good move by the Boston Red Sox. You get 5 more years of that contract, and he is a very good player, hits for contact. And I think at Fenway Park, that's something that you really like to see because he's going to destroy that left field wall, hit a lot of doubles, and he doesn't strike out that much, which is really good. And he's a productive third baseman, and he's very good with the glove. Young as well with team control. That's something that the Boston Red Sox have been talking about for a while. They want younger guys, and they want guys with team control when they're making trades. And I think Craig Breslow made a very good trade. This is why I feel like now Red Sox Nation is kind of hating on this trade, and the reason why the Boston Red Sox fans, especially on Twitter, you know how that goes, are hating on the Red Sox for making this trade. It's because they gave up Kyle Harrison, who was the headliner of this trade that gave up Rafael Devers. Obviously, now there's only one piece left of that Rafael Devers trade in the organization, and that's Jose Bayo, and we won't see him for another 4 or 5 years, so we don't know how that's going to pan out. But essentially, you traded Rafael Devers for Jose Bayo. And then if you look at the trade history from the Red Sox here, sorry if my mic's acting a little weird. I'm trying to find a right angle. I took it off the stand, and this is one of my older mics because I don't want to mess up my brand new white Yeti I usually have over here that I record with. If my audio sounds weird, just let me know. But I think this is an interesting move by the Boston Red Sox, and I think Craig Breslow made a right move doing this. But I can see why fans are upset because you traded. Obviously, you gave away your franchise superstar at the time in Rafael Devers. And then you got Kyle Harrison, who has very high upside. But the problem is he's blocked off because you have all these amazing pitchers in the organization. And it's like, what the hell do you do with them? So obviously you had Kyle Harrison. The Red Sox made a lot of trades this offseason, trading a lot from the pitching depth. They traded Richard Fitz. They traded Hunter Dobbins, David Sandlin. Obviously, a lot of those guys are starting pitchers, so you've seen a lot of those starting pitchers go. And obviously, last season as well, we saw them make a trade with the Milwaukee Brewers as well, getting a Quinn Priester. And look how good Quinn Priester turned out for the Milwaukee Brewers last season. Someone that the Red Sox should have had. Now, obviously, when the Red Sox ended up signing and making a deal to acquire Ranger Suarez this offseason, it was a good move by the Red Sox. And I think this has now increased their pitching depth, but also made a couple players expendable. Now, like I said, with that Peyton Tolley or Connolly early focus trade, now that kind of takes that off the table. It keeps them under team control, and you can use them in another deal, maybe at the deadline if you really want to acquire an impact bat at the deadline. But do I think the offseason is done? You have no idea because obviously the Boston Red Sox have made additions to their roster weeks into spring training, weeks before the season started. We saw with Alex Bregman last year. They acquired him in late February. We saw it with JD Martinez in 2018. They acquired him like in the second week of camp. So there's going to be moves that the Red Sox could make. They still have a logjam in the outfield. You still have Jared Noran, Cedar Rafaela, Willie Abreu, Roman Anthony, Masataka Yoshida, Nate Eden. You got a lot of guys that can play the outfield. Christian Campbell's another one of those guys. So you got to look at it as, do the Red Sox make a corresponding trade? And did they go out and try to make a trade for a reliever, a really solid reliever? Or do the Red Sox just stay content and then wait until the deadline and try and make an offer there and get an impact back? And you could trade Duran at the deadline. You could trade Yoshida at the deadline. One of those kind of moves. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know how this is going to pan out for the Boston Red Sox, but I do think this is a good move for the Boston Red Sox because Caleb Durbin's an amazing player. But like I said, now it's going to be weird how the Red Sox handled it. They said that Willie Abreu is going to play against both righties and lefties, so that's good. That's basically a sign that Willie Abreu is going to be in the lineup every day. The problem is a lot of fans were saying that he couldn't hit lefties or he didn't face lefties enough. Now you don't got to worry about that. He's going to face lefties and righties, and that will help Willie Abreu develop at the plate into an amazing hitter. He's already an amazing hitter, and it'll help him develop even more into a more contact hitter and hit a little bit maybe more for power. And you got Willie Abreu out there winning 2 Gold Gloves, so I don't think the Red Sox wanted to trade him. That's something that also to talk about the Astros wanted Willie Abreu in a trade package for Isaac Paredes, and they said, no, we're not giving him back. And this is a smart move because Willie Abreu has been the best defensive right fielder in Major League Baseball for the past 2 seasons. I think your outfield shapes up like this. I think you got Roman Anthony in left. I think he's the opening day left fielder. Cedar in center. And then you got Willie Abreu in right field. Good defensive outfield. You keep Roman Anthony in the field because you're not going to pay him that much money to be a DH. This is not a Rafael Devers 2.0 situation. And obviously, Jaron Duran might DH. You might put him in left field. You might let Roman DH a couple days. You might let Masataka Yoshida DH a couple days. I think Yoshida's a bench player or he gets stashed in Worcester, unfortunately. I don't know how this is going to pan out for the Boston Red Sox, but I do like the move so far. And then also, I don't think they're done this offseason. I do think Danny Kalum, I think there's a couple guys in free agency that the Red Sox can target as a reliever to improve that bullpen and just get that solid, major league ready, impact left-handed arm. Obviously, Justin Wilson is still on the market. I don't think he announced his retirement yet, so he could be added to a roster. Let me look. I believe Justin Wilson is a free agent still. I believe he is. I'm not 100% sure if he retired yet, but I believe he's still a free agent. And he is a free agent. He has not announced his retirement yet. So if the Red Sox really want to go back out and go get Justin Wilson again, they could always go back out and get Justin Wilson again. Or they can get a Danny Kalum who's a little younger, funky delivery. Oh, no. I just said the word. I am so sorry, Jared. Tyler, Jared, Steve, Coley. I'm sorry. I said the word. The F funky word. I'm so sorry. But anyways, he has a good delivery. You know who would be proud of me for saying that? Shout out Will Fleming. No, in all seriousness, though, I think that he has a good delivery, and I think the Red Sox could acquire him and make a good move in that bullpen. But all in all, I think the Boston Red Sox are in a good spot. And I think that the Red Sox right now, if you look at their roster on paper, I don't think they're as good as the 2025 team. I think their lineup has improved a little bit. But if you brought back Alex Bregman, you would have had that lineup, and you would have been like, okay, this is a better lineup than last season. But I do like this team. I think they got a lot of depth, and especially in the pitching rotation still. You got Connolly early. You still have Payne and Tolley. You still have guys that you can add to that bullpen. Cutter Crawford coming back. Patrick Sandoval coming back. You got guys who can impact this roster. Tyler Uberstein still in AAA. I mean, you got a lot of guys that can impact this roster right now. And also the bullpen, you still got Zach Kelly in there. I mean, you traded a lot of guys that I really liked in that bullpen. I mean, they traded Brendan Bernardino, who was one of their most reliable left-handed relievers. I mean, then they also traded oh my God, they traded so many people. Oh my God. They traded so many people, bro. It's just like, what the hell are they doing? They traded solid relievers too. Oh my God. Like, it just, I don't get it. I just wish I knew. I wish I knew why. Oh my God. It's going to piss me off. I'm just looking it up just because I know his name, and I am so sorry if I just mess this up. Oh my God. Who's the lefty? I'm drawing a blank right now, but I apologize. I know your name. You were very serviceable. You were very serviceable for us this year. Hold on, guys. I feel rude. I don't want to. I'm just, ignore me. I had this prepared before, and I'm just drawing a blank on names. I can't not say his name. I cannot say Chris Murphy. I am so sorry, Chris Murphy. I respect you as a baseball player. I am so sorry, Chris Murphy. How could I forget you? But yes, I do think this is a good team on paper, and I think the Red Sox can improve if they add one more left-handed reliever in free agency. Chris Murphy, I apologize. I know you went to the Chicago White Sox. I know you're on the White Sox, so I know who you got traded to. I just drew a blank on your name. Please forgive me. But no, I think this team is a good team. I think it could win second place in the AL East and get you a wild card spot. So we're gonna have to see what happens with this team. But I'm very excited to see how this goes. And Caleb Durbin, very good addition. And I think this Boston Red Sox team is not done yet. But guys, I want to do a quick video just to break down what I thought of the trade, how I think the Red Sox are going to move moving forward. And I'm just super excited for baseball to be back. Unfortunately, my Patriots lost the Super Bowl, so I am in pain and shambles, but I'm happy my favorite sport, baseball, is back. And I get to go to this beautiful ballpark in a couple months. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment for more content, more Red Sox content. Obviously, I do go live when I do record the Pesky podcast. So if you guys love the Pesky podcast, continue to support. If you guys want to watch it live, hit that like and subscribe. You can put on the notification bell. So every time I upload, you guys get to know when I upload. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's your boy Fade Lines. Have a good one. I love you guys. Peace.